Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Mikel, through in Europe, top of the Premier League again. Do you feel like you've got the squad depth needed to stay there this time?
Time will tell. We have another big one now against Wolves, a really difficult team to play against. They have shown against the top teams as well what they're capable of, and I know the preparation has been focused and understanding what we have to do tomorrow to win the game.
Kai Havertz has now scored it in back-to-back games, and you spoke about the fact his confidence is growing. What have you been doing and the club been doing to get him to the level that you know he can perform at?
First of all, support him like with any other player, and then give him the tools and the time to excel his qualities. And I think that's what he's doing. Everything has started to come together. A lot of things that he was doing right, he continues to do so, and now obviously in front of goal, he's been very efficient.
We understand the club are in talks with Takahiro and Ben White about extending their time at the club. Is that part of the wider strategy of trying to keep your key players, the nucleus, together for the next 3 or 4 years and beyond?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing in the last few years, apart of strengthening the squad as well, rewards and have some stability in the squad, and those decisions are very important, obviously.
And you come up against Wolves tomorrow. Gary O'Neill spoke on Monday and said that referees' decisions are affecting reputations and livelihoods. Do you have some sympathy with some of the decisions that have gone against Wolves this year?
I have sympathy with all my colleagues because I know how beautiful, at the same time how challenging our job is, and the exposure that we have, and those moments in front of the cameras are not easy ones, and you see that in many situations already this season and last season, and yeah, we're here to make the game better, to make our clubs better, and we all need to win to do that.
IFAB had a meeting earlier this week, and they're going to have some more trials when it comes to sin bins. Is that something that you'd like to see in football?
I don't know. As you said, it has to be tried. I think it's a long shot still, and we'll see what we get from there.
And finally, for me, any fresh injury concerns following the game on Wednesday?
No, I don't think we're going to get anybody back still, and we didn't have any incidents, so all good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alice from the Premier League.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
4 wins in a row, 12 goals scored, just 1 conceded. Some might say your midweek win was close to perfection. Do you feel you're approaching your peak performance, or is there yet another level to come from you?
I think there is more levels to come, and I hope so. And we have to continue to do a lot of the things that we're doing really well in games to earn the right to win, but I think we can still improve and be more consistent.
Well, looking at the fixtures this weekend, you play tomorrow, but your closest rivals aren't in action until Sunday. So with that in mind, by Saturday night, you could be 4 points clear at the top of the table, of course. Does that, I wonder, give you an extra edge by putting the onus on your opponents to respond to what you do in the weekend?
We can control what we can do, and if in this league I learned that they are not a very positive thing to have in mind. We are really hungry to play in front of our crowd tomorrow and win the game, and this is what we are going to try to do.
So Wolves up next, of course. They come to the Emirates with a good result against some of the bigger sides, already beating Man City and Tottenham so far this season. What sort of a challenge are you expecting from Gary?
Yeah, it's very prepared. Obviously, they have a lot of quality over the field. It's not a coincidence what they are doing, and they perform really well, especially against the top side as well. And that talks highly about the quality of the coaching staff, what Gary is doing, the way they have prepared and control opponents, difficult opponents, especially when they play at home. So we're going to have to try to break them down tomorrow.
Perhaps not surprisingly, teams may well come to the Emirates with a tendency to set up defensively against you. I just wonder, how do you go about countering that?
Well, giving players tools, ideas, and understanding what we have to do, the game that we want to play. And then, as I mentioned before, it's about the efficiency that we showed in that last part of the part that dictates the outcome of the game. And the other night we were very, very efficient on that.
Yeah, the games are coming thick and fast. I know you're not the only ones with a full-on fixture list, but how much of a challenge is it managing the demands of 3 games in a week?
That's the beauty of it, though. When we wanted to be in that position, and we are playing big games every 3 days, and the squad is ready. The players are hungry to play every single game. They are disappointed when we have to rest them to manage minutes. That's a really good sign.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark Croupier.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
When you look at what Gary said after the game on Monday night, and then obviously with the Newcastle handball and Eddie Howe's comments after the game, is that at the moment, do you think, the VAR controversy and everything like that, the one thing that all managers are having to deal with more than anything else?
I have enough in my garden.
And then we look at, we we've got Ben and Shakira Tomiyasu who are obviously closing in on hopefully signing new deals. When you first came to the club, there were players leaving at end of contracts. There were players whose contracts were cancelled and the players were paid off. But when you look over the last year with Odegaard, Saliba, Saka, Martinelli, probably even more than that, having those deals done, does that organisation off the pitch just help you plan and work better on the pitch?
It does, and as well because those players have deserved with performances the way they behaved, and new deals, and as well it gives us stability. They are in a brilliant age as well. There is still much more to come from them, and that was the initial plan. But it's something that they have earned, that has made the squad much stronger, and as well credit to Edu, to the board, everybody that planned as well those sequences to get them in the right time to keep evolving the squad in the right way.
It's no coincidence, I guess, then that infrastructure from top to bottom leads to a team finishing second in the Premier League and fighting for trophies.
For sure. Without top players, without top quality squad in this league, the demands that we have is impossible to do it, and that's what we are trying to build and evolve and be better and be more precise as well with what we need to make a big impact with those decisions.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
On VAR, is that something you've talked to other managers about? Is it something you discuss with other coaches?
Yeah, it's a topic that it comes up for sure. We talk about many things, but that's one of those as well, because at the end it has a huge impact on results, and our job depends on that.